Show. Pete Donaldson with you, joined by Mr. Lucky Mo. Lucky Mo, I am in a very hot bit of my house / shed.
The apology cabin.
I'm in the apology cabin, which is just I feel it's feeling more like there's been an earthquake in here. Like every time when like people go on holiday, like a family holiday, and they've only got a very small car. Yeah. I feel like the walls are closing in on me, and all. I just feel like there's a lot of suitcases in the room, just filled with stuff.
Have you still got a load of wood in the toilet?
I have, yeah. I'm thinking of sort of using some of that wood and putting basically shelving up, or just making some crappy shelves, just to have more room for my tools. I've got too many tools.
Is it a working
too much
toilet?
Stuff going on. Yeah, but because there's so much stuff in there.
The way you said yeah makes me think no. Yeah,
it's a working. It kind of works. I mean, it works if you want to
Are
clear
you
out all
be
the
home
rubbish and then do a
for
wee.
the kids' bedtime tonight? Yeah,
yeah, kind of. Clink.
Is the taxi on its way? Yeah,
yeah.
You know,
in a way,
that was definitely a no.
Yeah.
So do you use the toilet? I want to know if you use the toilet or not.
I don't use the toilet. No,
does it have a working flush?
Yes, it does. And that, to be honest, that was a sticking point for a while, but I fixed it.
Well done.
But I am in a very warm room. It's getting warmer by the second. And when we finish here at the end of the show, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get in the garden. And I've blew up a swimming pool, a paddling pool, right? Mm-hmm. For my daughter. And I'm basically having it's large enough for it to really start to collect dirt quite quickly. Yeah. And it's large enough for me to have to maintain it now. I've started adding chlorine to it.
What? You shouldn't be doing that. That's it. That's a specialist job.
I've started adding chlorine to my little paddling.
You're not
pool
supposed
so
to
I can
do
keep
that.
The water in it for longer. What do you mean?
Because you need to get the level right. You'll really hurt someone.
I am getting the level right.
How do you
I've
know?
got the little strips. You get the little strips. So the only thing that I've got great chlorine level, but the problem is there's some kind of acid that you need to add to it to keep the sun off the chlorine, because the chlorine just burns off in the sunshine. So now I've got to find some kind of acid to add to it, so I don't have to keep on adding chlorine.
This is an absolute minefield. You're going to a rabbit hole.
Absolute minefield. I know. I didn't
How
realise
big is it?
so
Did you say
it's
a big old thing? Is it?
It's about the size of like 2 sofas.
You don't need chlorine for that. What are you talking
because
about?
it just gets dirty really quickly, and there's still a surprising amount of water in there. There's still like 1,200 litres.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't sound like you know what you're talking about. This is
no, I don't know what I'm talking about.
So you put your daughter in that pool?
Yes, and I've checked the chlorine levels. Thank you very much. I'm no fool.
It doesn't.
We'll find out if I come back with bleached hair like Bruno, like producer Bruno.
Yeah, exactly. Also,
Bruno, have you been in my pool?
Also, I think if you went to a shop and bought a load of chlorine, that might be on a watch list. Where did you buy it from?
Well, I'm already like taking stuff out of lost property. It looks like a big bomb.
Yeah, you didn't buy that of fertilizer. Head. Where did you get the chlorine from?
I got it from Amazon. No paper trail.
Goodness me, they sell like loads of chlorine on Amazon.
Trail.
I bought do you know what? Actually, you'd have been proud of me. The other day, I bought a load of white vinegar from Amazon because I wanted to dissolve the limescale off the shower heads in the house.
Oh, nice. What did you use? A pan?
I used a big mixing bowl.
A big mixing bowl.
Put the shower heads in there overnight in the white vinegar. It was actually pleasingly satisfying to see the results the next day.
Oh, it's like it's magic, isn't it? It's magic. So I've done nothing. I've done nothing to earn this.
You got the acidity of the vinegar dissolving the alkaline limescale. It was great. It was actually really pleasing. Do you know what I felt like? I felt like, I mean, my son's too young for it, but I felt like next time I've got to do that, I'm going to do it like a little science experiment for him. He'll love it.
Yeah.
Because it starts bubbling straight away. It's quite cool.
The most exciting thing I saw my dad do was I remember I was at a carnival and I had some candy floss, and there was a bucket, like a fire bucket full of water, just in case there was a fire, and he just put the candy floss in the water and it just dissolved, and I was like, wow, my dad's magic.
That is pretty cool.
Might be magic.
It's not magic though, is it?
No,
anyone can do it.
But I find I find my lack of mixing bowls, and I bought 10 buckets off Amazon for like a tenner. You could not be more surprised about how cheap buckets are.
No one needs
on
10
the
though.
internet.
What do you need 10 for?
Well, I've ruined 2 of them already, so I'm going through them.
Most people
quite a
have
lick.
one bucket for their life.
I know.
How have you
Sit
ruined
on,
2 of them?
Play with. It's cement.
Right.
And yeah, the problem with cement is like you can't pour it down the sink.
What do you do with it? Well, yeah, what do you do with it?
I think you just put it in the bucket, leave it in the bucket, and go. I'll get rid of that at some point.
Take it down the tip.
Anybody, any bigger boys, can you let us know what to do with the cement when you're done?
Surely you just take it down the tip, no?
Well, I've got rid of all of. I got a bigger boy to come round. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay this man 150 quid to get rid of all of my rubble. And he came round
Where's
and he
he
was
taking
like,
it though? You put down the bottom of your
I
fucking
know.
garden.
He had like his truck. He turned up. He's a nice bloke and stuff. Okay, he turned up broadly on time. And I learned about him from the Oracle, the Leon C. Southend little magazine that comes around
Yeah.
sometimes.
Do you contribute to that?
No, I tell you what. There's a man who makes his own little magazine who walks around doing little sort of vox pops with people.
Oh yeah,
and
I think you might
he's
have told
kind
me
of
about
like
him.
he does like a sort of like he's kind of a bit like Ian Lee. He's a bit silly, and he does a little fanzine for Lee called the Lee Whisperer, and it's a sort
Is
of
he out
thing.
of work?
He's got not wearing any trousers. He's not quite wearing a barrel.
He's wearing a
Not
barrel.
quite wearing a barrel.
The barrel's
he wears
back.
like a blazer and a shirt and shorts, and does little funny vox pops. And he's broadly good. Yeah,
You can contribute some of your cartoons, can you? Some of your doodles.
Some of my jokes, yeah.
Not jokes.
About people I don't like moving into the area.
That'd be
You
nice.
know, really,
Yeah.
really. Some of my political stuff, Luke. Yeah, want to see that stuff?
why
Yeah.
not? And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the Oracle tipped his hat in your direction. This rubble man.
This Rubble man came round, and he. It's funny because like Rubble men, they're not even. The Rag and Bone used to take stuff like that, didn't they? Not so much rubble, but if you had a washing machine, they'd take.
Wouldn't they just take anything?
Well, yeah. So, he was taking in his van. He had like so much stuff, so much different stuff. He had like a bike, a fan, loads of more rubble, loads of stuff. He had the glass stuff that I put on the glass, the remaining glass panel that I didn't need. He took that, and all of my rubble. And I'm like, wait, does he have to unload that again, or does he just tip his van off? And it
Surely
just
he'll be
goes
looking
into
to sell some of that stuff. Well, not the rubble, but
Yeah, maybe the metal. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much good metal is in a cheap Chinese fan. But
I think
hazard,
the
not
business models. Oh, I suppose you're paying him to take it away, really, aren't you? So he could probably because
much. Yeah.
that's
But he
interesting.
turned up and he went. But he turned up and he sort of went, "Oh, I've misjudged this. I've mispriced this." And I was like, "To be fair, mate, like you, I didn't say it to him, but like usually I'd go, all right, well, I'll give you an extra 10 or 20 or something.
Why?
Because I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, because I'm a fucking idiot. An agreed price that he agreed, that he quoted after I sent him a picture and a video of it.
Yeah.
And so I put it in there. And he said, and the advert said, you don't need to lift a finger, I'll do it all for you. And it was just him. And I was like, oh, this is going to take ages, I'll help you. And so I just ended up having to fucking carry it. I'm like, this is the exact reason I paid 150 quid for this.
Yeah, and he's also
Rubbish.
saying it's no value for him either. No one's winning.
Yeah.
But you know,
And he'd just come back from Curry's because he was buying he wanted to buy a telly for the World Cup because the day of the England matches the deals are all in apparently. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we've sold some TVs for our friends at Toshiba, haven't we? But
Toshiba, the good people from Toshiba.
Yeah.
I got a big Toshiba.
yeah,
Massive Toshiba in my house.
you probably got one from him, did you? You got one from the fucking
No,
sponsor.
there was that one that wouldn't fit. The wall wouldn't carry the weight of it in
What a piece
at
of
stack.
kit.
So I took all of that, and it's in the apology cabin. But
you're rubble
it's
man.
just so
How's he getting
heavy.
rid of that rubble? Because he can't take commercial vehicles into the local tip.
yeah, I don't know. He
me.
must have a deal. I don't know. He must have. I wonder how much his overheads are of getting rid of the rubble because it's not a bad racket, is it? If you do, I mean, it probably took him like 10 minutes. 3 of them an hour.
It's not work I'm
Beautiful.
interested in, though, especially when you've got some mug doing it for you, even though he's
Could
paid
you not
you.
if you just had like a bit of land, could you not just dump it there? Like
don't
just
know.
make your own tip.
Oh, on your own land?
Yeah. Can you not just take the stuff and just dump it and go, I'm never going to live here. I'll fucking hate it. I'm just going to dump a load of shit
That's
in.
kind of what you'd done in the first place, but you wanted it taken away, didn't you? It was on your land, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on my land, I suppose. Yeah.
How's the balustrade going?
It's good. Still kicking a ball. Still,
Have you
it's not
finished?
fallen down and killed anyone. Yeah, it's finished. Done.
I think you owe it to our listeners and our viewers to send photos of that, really.
The problem is, I didn't take a picture of what it looked like before.
Oh,
So-
okay, right. So you could have made it worse and no one would know.
Yeah, and the thing about when you put anything on the internet, people do sort of tend to, with their little duplicitous little two fingers, they zoom in, don't they? They zoom in and point out something that is not the point of view, the thing that you sent.
Is that what's
They
gonna
zoom
happen?
in and they go, ha ha, that
You do that
screw
to my
isn't in
photos all the
properly.
time.
Ha ha. Yeah, I know I do, but you know, it's just serious.
I'll
work.
send a
It's
photo of
serious
my
stuff.
son to you, going, "Oh, look at him doing this, and look at this, and it's funny." And you'll go, "Why are you watching that cartoon on TV? Or what's that book above your TV? Or oh, are you going to fix that windowsill?"
Right. I guarantee I've never done that. You're confusing me with someone else.
No.
I say, nice boy. Look at that hair.
Where'd you get the barrel?
He's having
Where'd
a
you get the
lovely, he looks like he's having a
watermelon
lovely.
pants
Where'd you get the watermelon pants from?
I'll tell you what I'll try and do this summer. I'll try and get
Get
him.
a
I'm not going to share a
watermelon.
photo
Get
of my
a
son,
large. Get
but I will try and get him in a watermelon pair
in a
of pants.
watermelon. In a
Yeah.
watermelon.
I think
I've
you
got
gotta do
a.
it.
I've got half a watermelon in the fridge.
Scoop out the
some,
flesh, mate.
I've got more. It's a bad watermelon. I think I bought it from like Sainsbury's as well. I bought a small like a mini watermelon.
Yeah.
It was awful.
We
doesn't get
we
better
went through a
with-
phase
when it
of,
gets smaller.
So there's a little fruit and veg market down one of the side roads in near where I live, and the Wi-Fi I have access to and I were like, oh, we should support that, right? Because we're just buying all our shit from Tesco or Sainsbury's. So it's like, we should support the local market.
Yeah.
They're always there. Like they seem like
I've
nice
done that.
people. We
Yeah.
went there, bought the stuff. The quality of the produce was diabolical. It's honestly so
It's
bad.
nice.
It's like you're mugging yourself off. Just
It's
like buying
really
it.
tasteless. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I remember the 80s. This is what the 80s
They're not
used
using
to taste like.
preservatives.
This is what this is what Hartlepool tomatoes taste like.
We bought a melon, right? We bought a honeydew melon, and it was probably, I don't know, say it's 50p cheaper than Sainsbury's or whatever. Fine. Get it home. Literally uneatable, inedible. Like you couldn't eat it.
How can you be? What do you mean? What, it's too hard?
It was
or
really
something, or-
watery, all soft inside.
watery.
Yeah.
Oh, my watermelon's too watery.
No, I didn't say
What's wrong with
watermelon.
you?
I said honeydew melon. Thank you very much.
Oh, honeydew melon. Still,
No, your melons.
still too watery.
Rank your melons right
Rank your
now.
melons.
What are you going for? Are you going watermelon number one?
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloup's good. Yeah. Honeydew's very good.
Honeydew's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't beat You can't beat a big fucking watermelon
Garlic melon. It's like a garlic melon.
with a bit of like balsamic on it or something.
What?
This
This is a
Dip
bit
it in
bougie,
chili.
that.
Dip it in chili. Bit of syrup.
So you're putting balsamic vinegar, chili, and syrup on your watermelon. Yeah, and you complain that people think you're mad.
I bought some local honey from a local. You remember before Christmas I bought some meat, and then I got it for I was going to make what's that stupid pastry fucking mushroom patty thing that you make? It's not a steak, a beef.
Oh, beef Wellington.
Wellington,
Yeah.
beef Wellington, and I failed twice. I left one steak in the car, left one 50 quid steak in the car, and another 50 quid steak.
What, a big fillet of beef?
Was not good.
Yeah,
enough.
you said it was grey, wasn't it? Didn't it smell funny?
Yeah, it was absolutely. It smelled funny. Anyway, I was walking past the same grocer, with the emphasis on gross, and he had these pots of honey outside, and it said local honey, and I've been some fucking asthma problems. I was like, they always say with allergies, it's worth trying to find local honey.
Right.
Yet to find any. There's no bee fuckers around here. There's no one's fucking any bees around here.
Right.
And I can't seem to locate any. The closest I can get is Basildon. Is that local enough? I don't know. I just don't know. It's like it's 10 minutes up the road.
Basildon's pretty. When I was in Leigh-on-Sea, I think I went
close,
to McDonald's
yeah.
in Basildon on the way home.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You might have done.
Yeah.
There's a good cinema there. Anyway, and so I buy this honey and I get it home, and it just like nothing. It said local honey on the blackboard outside. And I picked it up and I got it home, and it was just this pot of honey, and it didn't look, like bougie kind of like local brands that you'd spend 10 quid on, which I did in this case. These bougie local brands, they would kind of have, they'd be a bit more specific about what meant local. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
They probably have to satisfy some
honey,
kind of requirement or something.
yeah, and the honey looked kind of like the sort of thing you'd see in a decorative hexagonal packaged kind of like the cheapest honey possible in Asda, like the 99p kind of honey.
Yeah.
No like white bits in it, no bits of fucking like with the stuff that bougie honey has. It's just like it just looked like syrup, right?
What?
And I got it home.
What stuff has bougie honey got in it? White bits and other
just,
stuff? What do you mean?
It's just tatting it, like little bits of honeycomb they'll stick in there, all that nonsense.
What, to make it seem like
just
it's a
to make it
premium
look
product?
Exactly.
Right.
It's like cloudy lemonade. It's fancier.
Right, okay.
And I got it home and it was completely clear, and I was like, this. And I tasted it, and I was like, this just tastes like fucking, like the cheapest honey you've ever tasted. And I'm not a honey connoisseur, but I was like, this, even to my like pathetic
Did it
palate,
stick
this
your
doesn't
lungs
seem
together?
Right. Just food glue. And the actual label didn't mention Leon C, didn't mention Essex, didn't mention, it just said local honey.
Nice, yeah.
No, where it was potted, best before dates. I realise honey never goes off, but you know, when they made it, where they made it, it had no addresses on it, so it's very generic sort of 1970s looking thing that just said local honey, and I was like, he's fucking Del Boy me there. This is
it
the
reminds
fucking
me of that scene
Peckham Spring
in The Thick of It where she only invites the local newspapers along, and he's like, she's like, I thought it was a local event. He's like, well, every event's a local event. You know, the assassination of JFK was a local event, but it's also very important. You know, technically speaking, that honey is local to wherever it's local to. Who cares?
Yeah.
By the way, would you say that prancing around and climbing up scaffolding with a giant papier-mâché head on your head has helped your asthma or hindered it?
Well, cardio is a natural calming of the old muscles around the lungs, isn't it? But you're doing a bit of climbing, doing a bit of manual labour.
You're really breathing in the papier-mâché.
Breathing in the glue. Breathing in
glue
the
and paper, isn't it? Surely the doctor's going to say, don't put any glue and paper in your lungs.
Well, it's one of those ones they don't have to say, I would say.
Give in. Right,
don't put any glue in your lungs. Yeah, don't put any glue in your lungs. No, I think...
The other day, though, before I move on from that, though, the other day when you were
Yeah.
climbing up that scaffolding with the papier-mâché head on, where
Yeah.
did you get the high-vis jacket from?
Just I found it upstairs. Apparently, yeah. Apparently, it was just left behind. There was an old festival. Weirdly, I found a yellow jacket that said Pete on it, and I was like, "Well, that's somebody's. I'm not going to just put my naked top on my naked torso
top up as well
on that." Yeah, sexy. It was sexy times. It's kind of. I imagine Richard Keys finishes his work at BN Sports.
He's not there anymore, mate.
He runs security. That's what I mean. He's come back and he needs work. There's a good wolf from the door, and he's basically. He's just doing a bit of security at 40-foot brewery in Walthamstow. It's complete. There was a lovely moment where we had this mic. We were going to do a little chat, but for whatever reason the mics didn't feedback. So they feedbacked with the speakers at the front of the where we were watching the football, and so we couldn't do a thing that we had planned. So Marcus just went to the back of the hall and did like a come on back in England. All the it
was good, wasn't
it? That is good stuff. And the plan was I was going to come down with my Richard Keys head on, because obviously the last couple of the shows before we did that one. I lost the Adventure at Street Station, the head.
Yeah.
And so I was going to come down and do little, and what was the joke we were going to do? Something like that. I said, he was going to say, I've dropped my pint. And I would say, did you mash it? Papier-mâché.
It's not good, is it?
Right, well, I didn't write it. Let's make that.
Who
do you think wrote that? Out of me and you. Sorry, out of me and Marcus. Who do you think wrote that joke? Marcus wrote that joke. Yeah. And so producer Charlie told me not to do the head because we only had one mic and it wouldn't make any sense and I wouldn't be able to get through the crowd and all that stuff, right? So I come downstairs without the head. I left the head upstairs. I took my high vis off, put my normal clothes back on, came downstairs, and I just heard Marcus go, and Pete managed to retrieve the head. Please welcome Richard Keys or whatever. Yeah. And I was like,
what?
I wasn't. I was on the other side of a door that basically had like a little code to get in.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't remember the number. And I was remembering. The thing is, I was remembering the number. I was thinking, what's the age of consent? Because it was 16, except it wasn't. It was 15. Officer, I was told the age of consent was 15. And so I was going, what's the number? Right, so,
you were in a barrel.
So to remember the number, I was going, right, age of consent, 16. Age of consent, 16. And then another number, and then a C. And I was like, right, again.
Where's the age of consent
But I was
from?
I was the Because it was the way I was remembering 16.
Not right.
It was, yeah, I know, because I remembered the number wrong. I'm an idiot. And so I was on one side of it, trying to type in the age of consent into a door to get me Richard Key's head. And Marcus was so angry.
Did you get it back?
And I came downstairs, and he was proper berating me in front of a listener. And this lad was like, I've been listening for years. That was thrilling. Because Marcus was so angry.
Do you know what, mate? Do you know what crap?
He said, go get it now. Go get it now. I'm not getting it now. It's the moment's gone, Marcus. Don't worry about it. I'll come out at half time. Full time.
Marcus's chat as well. Like, we advertised like a little mini Ramble episode before the England game. We couldn't do it for the reason you said. Right. So Marcus goes, I'll just say a few words, man. Just get the crowd going. I was like, that'd be really good because Marcus is really good at that kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I don't need to be up there. You guys do your thing. And all because I didn't see him, I could just hear him on the speaker. All I heard was someone go, in Marcus's voice, go, who here thinks England aren't going to win? Get out. I was like, what a great service to our fee-paying listeners. Like, they've paid 22 quid to come in. Who thinks England aren't going to win? Fucking get out.
You got a lad in Croatia top on a headlock.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyway, all right, should we do an email?
Let's do an email for crying out loud.
So, but then, before we do the email, just very quickly, I didn't know that all went on with the Richard Keys head. I thought that we were doing a little quick Ramble app live, not to be recorded. Then you were going to come out as Richard Keys.
Yeah, I think that was the plan.
But then Marcus realised we couldn't do that, but he still wanted you to come out as Richard Keys anyway.
Yeah, I'm fairly. Yeah, I don't know.
But then you came out as Richard Keys with no top on. Did you have your shitty pants as well?
I didn't have my shitty pants. No, okay. Well, I'd my pants.
But then you came out at full time when England got the win.
Can you give us 5 minutes?
Hey? What'd you say?
Can you give us 5 minutes? I'll check. If
so then you came, and that's when you started climbing the scaffold. Were they happy with the 40-foot brewery? People happy with that?
I could hear someone's going, and it wasn't when I was swinging with my arms out. It was when I was getting close to the big telly that they'd rented.
Yeah, it cost 12 grand.
Careful, 12 grand. They're expensive. We used to rent one. It was a bit smaller than that, I guess, and probably less power. But we used to rent it for like 4.5 grand or something, and like they're already
what for Isle of Wight Festival?
Like 20 grand to buy. No, for when we used to do the podcast show.
Did we? Fuck's where all my fucking money went.
It's crazy amounts of cash. That's why we don't do anymore. But yeah,
because you probably after a while, it's better just to buy one, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's. I think it's kind of just having someone to deliver it, upkeep and stuff. But I did get into video walls for a little while. Getting into I'd love to get a big video wall in the studio.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
We're on a roller coaster. Whoa!
That would be good because that would distract from when we haven't got much to talk about.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's just do this email before we go home.
Toshiba, have you got a 200-inch telly?
I'm seeing Dave from Toshiba tomorrow, so I'll ask him.
Are you? Yeah. All right. Well, what's your biggest video screen, Toshiba, Dave?
Just email me all the questions and I'll get them to him. And he'll be like, sorry, is this why I'm here?
I like Toshiba, Dave. He's nice.
Yeah, he's great. So Sandy's been in touch. Hello to you, Sandy. He says, hello to you both. Long-time listener, infrequent emailer. I was listening to your recent episode where Luke mentioned Big Pav's size and fawned over his swimming pool. It's safe to say Big Pav is the man we all aspire to be, but moving on from that, Luke mentioned there was no way there was a man that weighed 60 kilos after Pete got his units mixed up and was concerned a man of childlike weight would fall through some shoddy DIY of his. Well, Luke, I come to tell you that you are wrong because I indeed weigh 55 kilos or 8.5 stone. If you are a fan of the imperial measurement. To concern Luke further, I am also 6 foot tall, or 180 centimetres for Pete, and I sit more or less at the beginning of the BMI chart with a score of 17. Don't worry though, as I eat well and I've tried numerous times to put on weight to no avail, I'm a fat person hiding in a thin person's body, waiting for age to creep up and out me for the fraud that I am. That is bonkers. 55 kilos and 6 foot. That's wild. That's half.
Yeah, because I think my sort of BMI scale, I think I could be like 8. And still be in the healthy. It'll be the bottom end of healthy, but it'd be like. So
I'm basically 95 kilos.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm only a little bit taller than Sandy here. So Sandy says, he said, I'm enjoying being able to eat almost anything with no weight gain. The trade-off is that I'm a fellow IBS enthusiast like Pete. However, my intolerance is
Poop
to
it all
sugar,
out.
although I get by on maple syrup with no hassle. Like Pete, I'd also take liberties and regularly push the boundaries that my stomach has set for me and pay the consequences later, but that's the future me's problem. I also have asthma, but thankfully, the similarities between Pete and I end there. That's from Sandy.
Something like 60% of asthmatics. I know so much about asthma now. I knew nothing about it when it wasn't bothering me, but now I know everything.
Yeah.
There's 60% of asthmatics have reflux, acid reflux.
It's related. It's linked, is it?
I think it's linked. I think one causes the other, and then that one causes the other one, sort of thing. So the acid gets in your lungs, fucks up your lungs.
Right.
I think the meds that you take for asthma can fuck up your stomach,
Right.
and I've tried. I'm just trying to find a sort of solution to my problems, and I've tried to, apart from last week when we went to the when we did the 40-foot brewery thing and the ones that we're doing this week. I've been trying to go on the GERD diet. Are you familiar with GERD?
No.
GERD. If you've got GERD, I'm not really sure what GERD stands for, but it's basically you can't eat anything fun for your life.
Oh, okay. Like one of those
Can't
ones.
eat anything.
Yeah.
Do you like avocados? Well, fucking, you're going to enjoy this one. Do you like avocados and nuts? Yeah, brilliant.
You thought about
Thanks.
wearing
Great.
a barrel
Well,
and having a little wooden hat as well, like a little
You're
wooden
allowed-
flower pot hat, and wearing
Hey,
a
you
barrel
can't-
as a kind of skirt with no top on.
you can't have citrus juice, but watermelon you can have.
There
So
we
I could
go.
have watermelon pants. There you
Let's
go.
do that. Let's do that.
Do that,
All right, let's
yeah.
go. I've got to go and do something else now.
All right, good. All right, with your big tall frame.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, we'll be back on Monday. Get in touch. hello@lukepeatshow.com. We love your email. That's why we do it, for crying out loud. And we'll be back then. Say goodbye, Luke.
Goodbye, Luke.
And it's goodbye from me.